podcast where best friends and next door neighbors, Willow and Lillian, spill the tea on murder, mysteries, and other things that go bump in the night. So get your favorite teacup ready and let's get into it. Welcome to Cruelty Podcast. This is Lillian, and with me is Willow.
Hello.
And we're back at it with Influencer Month.
That's right.
Yes.
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 What's our influencer today?
Ali Abulaban. So we'll get into that in just a second. So I'm going to start this episode a little weird.
Okay.
Not like
What do you mean
too
by that?
weird. Yeah.
How weird.
Not super weird. I wanted to talk about the history of influencers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to start this episode.
And when I say influencer, you'll
Yeah.
probably think immediately of TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And you probably aren't thinking about ancient Rome. But
No.
that's sort of when the first recorded influencers existed. We're talking all the way back to 105 BCE. And these influencers were gladiators who won multiple victories in the arenas. And they were used to sell things, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, like basically like hyped up glam, like when somebody calls somebody like a walking billboard.
Pretty, I wouldn't go that far. But they would just help like people selling things at the arena. They would stand by them and stuff and endorse whatever they were selling. Yeah.
okay.
And, yeah, that's what influencers were. They're just marketing campaigns, basically. They are today. In the 1760s, the Pope and the Queen advocated the use of medicine by the common folk. In 1905, a Turkish cigarette manufacturer contracted with silent film star Fatty Arbuckle to sell cigarettes. So it's really the first time that a movie star was used to sell things. But it paved the way forward. And you see this again in the 1950s with the Marlboro Man, and in the 30s with Coca-Cola and Santa Claus. So during the golden age of Hollywood, all movie stars were endorsed by products, and everyone went out and bought whatever their favorite celebrity told them to. I mean, is it so much different today?
Right.
I bought a fucking Scrub Daddy because of TikTok, okay? I was at the Dollar General, and I see the Scrub Daddy, and I glared at it. I was like, stupid.
Yeah.
It's got a stupid name, and it's a stupid sponge. But you know what? It was the cheapest sponge there. And my dumb ass bought that and a Scrub Mommy. I was like, gonna represent the two genders.
The two.
Scrub Mommy and Scrub Daddy, right.
Yeah. So I've never used one. Is there anything to the smiley face? Is there?
I don't give a fuck about the shape of the smiley face, but it's legitimately the best sponge I've ever purchased.
Really?
Longest lasting, will scrub anything off of anything. It is
Really?
worth the hype. Buy yourselves one or two.
Interesting. Did you just become an influencer? Is that what you just did?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Look, it scrubs stuff good. Real good. But yeah, I mean, all of us are inundated with influencers.
Right.
Every ad. You guys want to know what really pisses me off is the YouTube ads now are made like a TikTok.
I was about to say they're pretty TikTok-y.
With that fucking voiceover that makes me want to punch things. Use a human voice. Don't use the TikTok robo voice. I hate it.
Just pay a little bit extra money.
Don't even pay, just make the fucking some intern do it. It would be better.
Intern do it.
Just be like, here, you're being paid with experience. Now record this voiceover. But yeah, influencers are more of like pervasive today than I would say even a couple years ago. I really feel like the pandemic.
The pandemic and the TikToks kind of created
TikTok.
it for us. I mean, YouTube was kind of predecessor.
Oh yeah, YouTube for sure.
The TikToks made it like so not user friendly because it's hard for me, but
I can't figure it the fuck out.
Scrolling, the fast
The
satisfaction.
15-second, and Ollie was a TikTok influencer.
Okay.
Yeah. So he rose to internet fame on TikTok, doing impressions of Scarface and making funny Skyrim videos. And if you don't know what Skyrim is, I don't know what to tell you. It's a video game.
Video game.
And you're the Dragonborn. You yell at stuff and you hit things with a sword. It's wonderful. I love Skyrim. And you know what? I had seen his TikTok videos
Yeah.
and was like, thought they were really funny. His Skyrim ones, not his.
So you just go through Skyrim and like talk shit and stuff?
No, what he would do is he would pretend to be an NPC, like how the NPCs acted, and it was really some funny shit. Funny guy.
Oh wait, no, I know this case.
Yeah.
I remember when it happened. I'm really bad with names.
Clicking in it.
Oh shit, girl. Okay, I'm buckled in.
Buckle in.
Yeah, I forgot all about this one.
On TikTok, he was known as Jinnkid, and he's a handsome guy and very funny. His impressions were pretty good, and as a result, he amassed nearly 1 million followers on the platform, with his videos being viewed tens of millions of times across all social media platforms. And I saw them on Facebook Reels first.
Yes.
I believe. He was born on May 18th, 1992 in Staten Island. His family had immigrated from Palestine, and he grew up in Manassas, Virginia. As a kid, he was really, really into movies and aspired to be in movies when he grew up. He just really loved entertaining people from family to friends, and he had a lot of charisma. And like a lot of kids, he wanted to be famous. Little Lillian wanted to be famous.
Girl, I used to make my family sit down and listen to me sing all the Pocahontas songs.
Oh my
with
God.
My eyes closed, my hands out.
You were painting with all the colors of the
All
wind.
them colors of the wind, girl.
Yes.
I thought I was it.
For me, what did it is I used to watch public access television, and Monty Python's Flying Circus would come
I
on.
love you so much.
And so at every holiday family gathering, they'd be like, "Let Lillian do the thing." And I would get up and just do all those skits in the fucking British accent, too. The Dead Parrot sketch. Yeah.
See, all the adults were like, "Shut the fuck up," and hated me. And all the
Oh
adults
no,
were
like all my
applauding
whole
you.
family. I was the entertainment. Were they laughing with me or at me? We shall never know. Do I want to be famous now? Nuh-uh.
I'd like the famous bank account.
I want the. I will never turn down the ducats, okay?
Yeah.
But like, do I want
comma.
to be? Do I want to be recognized when I'm just trying to be in my sweatpants and moo at the grocery store? Fucking no.
God, no, that's so terrifying. It happens all the time.
Titty's not in a bra, looking rough. Got some barbecue sauce on the front there. No, thank you.
Yep.
Nope. I'm glad we have a platform and the audience that we do.
I'm glad that we live in a small town.
Oh, yes. Yes. And, you know, I do realize that I might become known for the podcast later on down the road, but that's not my head, and that's me getting bothered.
You have been noticed by your voice before they saw you,
Yeah.
they heard you, and they were like, "Wait."
Is that Lillian?
Yeah.
And that was the weirdest shit ever.
Yep.
Anyway, back to this. So he became a senior IT network engineer after college, and not really college. It was after the military. I'll get to that in a minute, but he got a college level education is what I mean. And he worked for the government. So it was a really great job and it paid the bills, but it was far and away from his life of an entertainer he dreamt of as a kid. He was smart and capable, but it wasn't scratching that itch. So on the side, he started making videos on TikTok. And actually before that, he's also a musician, and he was in a band since he was 14. He tried doing music stuff, and that went fucking nowhere because it's bad. I'm just going to be straight. It's just bad. And y'all, it is so hard to break into music.
Yeah.
It's
As someone who was married to a musician and had to travel with musicians, and I booked for musicians, goodness, I've done almost every
it's
job
just
besides
grueling,
play the instruments.
heartbreaking, full of
It's so
bullshit.
much work
Yeah.
and so much learning for so little payoff, like money wise. But God bless musicians.
I love musicians. I literally never want to be romantically involved with one again.
It's a lot of work. If you out there listening and you have a partner or somebody that you care for that is a musician,
Bless you.
hats off.
Yeah.
I did it. I understand.
Would never again.
It's
Would
so
rather
hard being a roadie and
no thanks.
yeah.
So Ali had always been fascinated by the character Tony Montana from Scarface. If you haven't seen the movie, I don't recommend it.
You got to at least see it once for history's sake.
No, you don't. I'm getting ready to explain. I'm going to save you the trouble. But it's about a Cuban refugee who becomes a powerful and homicidal drug lord in Miami. It was written by Oliver Stone and directed by Brian De Palma. Is it a good movie? No. and I don't care who mad. It's overacted and cheesy as hell and very violent and misogynist. Yeah. I'm not a fan, but have you ever noticed how cis het dudes, make liking these sorts of characters their entire fucking personality? Like Rick and Morty and the Joker and Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. It's like they don't understand that we're not supposed to be rooting for these guys because they fucking suck.
Yeah, they're like, oh, wow, this guy's so cool. I'm going to be him.
How many single dudes with like a Facebook do you see that have like a Joker picture be like, I walk a lonely road because I'm a lone wolf or some dumb shit like that? Y'all, no. So, yeah, they just glorify these toxic, obnoxious male characters. Yeah. Tony Montana is a murderer, drug peddler, and all-around terrible human being, and it's not clear if Ollie personally idolized him.
Like, to that extent.
But I'm going to say, let's keep in mind, mountains of cocaine.
Yeah.
Misogyny.
Yeah.
Controlling his women.
He's like the macho man, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Especially of the times. Yeah. He's got the guns. He's got the girls. He's got the coke. He's got the money. He's got the
His
power.
shirt's open.
His shirt is open. He has pecs.
His gold chains.
Yes.
He's very sweaty.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And he owns everything, and he owns people, and people have to do what he says. That's ultimate power in a lot of people's minds.
Which brings me to another thing I'll point out about Tony Montana's character that I feel is relevant, is that Tony was controlling of the women in his life. Mm-hmm. He treated them like property. Mm-hmm. He was abusive and violent towards them. You can admire the way a character is portrayed. I don't like comic book movies, for example, and I never want to see another one ever again. But I can definitely say Heath Ledger did an amazing job as the Joker.
Oh, he's so pretty.
He was a great actor.
He's beautiful.
Do I like the Joker as a character? No, he's a fucking piece of shit.
But he also,
not even that interesting to me. But Heath Ledger's portrayal was interesting.
It made it more of like a mental thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a great character study, but do we idolize this? No. Moving on. After high school, Ollie joined the military where he got stationed... Why am I dumb? This is where he got his IT education, and he was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, where he met Anna in 2014.
Anna.
That's her name.
I love that name.
They didn't start dating until late 2015, however. Now, her maiden name doesn't seem to have been released to the public because I couldn't find it. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to guess for the sake of privacy for her family, Ali's family, and their friends. So I'm just not going to keep digging until I find something that's clearly being left out for a reason.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Born to Filipino parents, Anna's father worked at the military base that Ollie was stationed at. Anna was a natural beauty, kind and caring. Anna grew up on the military base and had lots of friends. She was a deeply empathetic person, according to all her friends and family. She was also lively and incredibly charming and very intelligent. She was a year older than him, and she was also kind of she was in an engineering field. She's just really smart.
Damn.
Ollie and Anna seemed to be a perfect match. He, too, was charming and charismatic, handsome, intelligent. It's no wonder that Anna was immediately attracted to him. The romance was described as a whirlwind. This is always a red flag for me. I find that abusers, especially controlling ones, always push for commitment right away.
And they sweep you off your feet.
And as a woman, you find it refreshing when a man wants to invest in your relationship, especially if you've been dating around for a while and met a lot of commitment shy men.
Right.
But things should just grow organically, y'all, and not be rushed. However, they were both young, and I'm not blaming her in the slightest. Hell, my romance with Maris could be considered a whirlwind. We jumped in commitment literally without dating or even meeting in person.
I was about to say, I lived several states away from my husband currently, and we were just like, well, you're going to move here and get married. That's it. Okay.
Pretty much. But I don't want anyone to ever use my relationship as a blueprint because it was weird.
Yeah.
It's still weird.
Same, yeah.
It's just something to keep in mind. We have a lot of young listeners in their late teens and early 20s. So I'm just letting y'all know it's just okay and normal to take things slow.
Yes.
Yeah, if someone really cares, they'll respect your boundaries and never push you to be uncomfortable. And if they do, field of flags and they're all red. Run away. On January 27, 2017, Ollie and Anna marry after only a year of dating. There were red flags right from the start. Casey or Cassie, I've seen it both ways. I'm going to go with Casey. That's the one I've seen the most. Anna's childhood friend never liked or connected with Ollie. She felt something was off. Listen to your friends, ladies.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Listen to your girls. Like, well, and your friends, your closest friend will always know.
Yes.
They'll always have your back and your best interests. And if they don't like your partner, girl,
just pay attention.
Just saying. I'm that friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm always that
yeah.
friend. Once she called Anna on the phone and Ollie answered, which was weird. Casey assumed it was because Anna was busy or in the shower or something, which is fair. Maris answers my phone if my kid calls me and I'm away. But that's not why he answered. Ollie was already very possessive and controlling of his new wife. He answered the phone because he was essentially screening her calls. He asked Casey what she wanted. And she said just to talk to my friend. That's not cool, y'all.
No.
If your partner's screening your calls, you're going to run the fuck away immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
This is typically the first step of an abuser. They isolate you from friends and family, and Ollie was definitely doing that even in the very beginning. After marrying, they return to Ollie's home in Virginia, where they start to make a life for themselves. They bought a house. They had a daughter they named Amara, which is a beautiful name.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And she's a beautiful little girl. And according to Ollie, they led the ideal American life. And from the outside looking in, who could disagree? They were a beautiful couple with a beautiful child, living the dream.
Yeah.
Shortly before they moved back to the United States, Ollie was discharged from the military without honors for getting into a fight with Anna at a bar where they were at with friends. So the abuse was present from the very start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both Anna and Ollie had started garnering a pretty large social media following. Ollie for his comedic sketches and impressions, and Anna for her aesthetics and beauty. And both were starting to really see some success, especially when they collaborated on videos together, which they did often.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what I saw them in.
Yeah, they did couples.
And they really do look cute together.
They did.
They did.
They did couples and family style videos, many of which went viral. They had one in particular that was like the no drama couple. And they were just kind of dancing around and looking really happy. And she was absolutely stunning.
Yeah. And she was
just
really
drop-dead
funny,
gorgeous.
too.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she was really comedic with her body language. Because I saw the one where they were acting like video game characters, where they're like walking like almost like Sims.
Yes, that's the Skyrim one.
Is that the Skyrim ones?
Yes.
Okay, I've seen those. I just have never played Skyrim.
Ollie in particular was successful. He started getting more and more attention. Friends of Anna would say that she worried that he was possibly cheating on her with women he met on social media because he was getting a lot of attention from women in particular. And yes, he was. He was, for sure.
God.
Which I always find really interesting because my abuser cheated on me too, but he was always accusing me of cheating.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah.
I know it's a common human behavior, but I don't have that trait, so it's very hard for me to understand that.
I don't think cheating's weird.
No. I'm talking about like when you tell somebody that they're doing the thing that you're actually doing. When
stupid.
You blame other people for your own actions, and it's a weird
form of
projection.
Denial. Yeah. Ollie was close to his cousin Louie. They'd grown up together and were best friends. So when Louie moved to San Diego, Ollie followed with Anna and Amara. Anna had friends in San Diego, so San Diego.
That was so cute.
Fuck off me. My mouth is
like
working
a cheese.
Today. San Diego. So she was excited about the move too. However, when Anna's friends met Ali, the San Diego friends, they also did not like him.
They can smell it on you, dude.
They thought he was too possessive and controlling. Also, Ollie carried a loaded gun wherever he went.
Excuse me?
Oh, yeah. And he had no problem showing it to
Not
people.
in my house, no.
Oh, no, you get the fuck out of
yeah.
here.
You're gone.
And I don't want to get into a debate about gun rights, so don't do it. Okay. Ollie had also changed since finding internet fame. He started bragging about his follower count and views.
God.
He showed off to friends in a way that was just super distasteful. He was no longer a fun-loving, humble guy. He came off as less charming and more arrogant. He's also showing, like, her friends and stuff his loaded gun. And just being really obnoxious.
I was about to say cringe until you said the loaded gun part. And then it goes beyond, like, okay, this guy's just kind of cringy.
No, he's scary.
Like, yeah, he's unhinged.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's ego high, too. Like, he's totally
he's
high
more
on his
than
own
ego
farts.
high, but we'll get into that in a second.
Oh.
Anna, however, flourished in San Diego. Her social life was really important to her, and she had lots of friends there. Ollie, however, started feeling like something was wrong in their marriage. Anna seemed more distant. She gave more attention to her friends, according to him, and it really played on his feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. He felt as though the move was putting like a wedge in their marriage. Her social life became a huge bone of contention between them. Now, when I make the next statement, this is all out of his fucking mouth.
Okay.
So I'll just keep that in mind. Ollie asserted that she partied too much and was out too much, that her focus was more on her friends than her marriage and child. And I will tell you, even if this is true, I really relate to Anna here because I was in a really controlling and abusive marriage. And in my early 20s, after I'd had my first, producer Will, when Will was about a year old, I kind of lost my mind.
Yeah.
I went out a lot. I partied and drank a lot because it was miserable at home.
Right.
I just wanted to be free.
Same.
And I couldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get it, but I don't even think that's... I don't think it was the case.
I think she just wanted to get the fuck away from him. And I mean, God forbid your friends treat you nice, so you want to hang out with them.
I mean, she's far from her family. It's all in Japan.
Yeah.
And, you know, he made her move.
And I heard San Diego's like kind of a fun town anyway.
It is a fun town.
She was having fun. God forbid that.
It was either a very small rebellion against his control. I don't think, but Anna's friends refute this. They said she didn't go out excessively and wasn't really partying. She'd go out and have a drink or two with friends, and Ollie would call and text incessantly, demanding to know where she was, what she was doing, like literally every few minutes. And I experienced this too, by the way. It's a huge red flag for abuse. You have every right to go out with friends if you want. You have the right not to be harassed and bothered by your partner just because they're insecure.
Yep.
If you're with somebody that insecure, y'all, this is scary. You may not think that these are little acts of violence, but they really are. And they can escalate in the snap of a finger. So as his marriage is slowly falling apart, his professional life online and his personal life start to bleed into each other. His skits became darker, more violent. They weren't silly and funny. They were becoming disturbing. He seemed to be less making Tony Montana parodies and more emulating the character as though he admired him. He also began to rapidly lose weight. His followers noticed as he got thinner, more haggard looking, and more aggressive. They began to suspect he was on drugs. Yep. Then on an Instagram live, he snorted a line of cocaine. At first, his followers assumed that this was a setup for another character or another skit. But then nothing else happened and they realized it was real. He just snorted coke live on Instagram.
Wow.
And that's real wild to me. Just not something I do. No. You know, even if I was doing coke, I'm going to keep that to myself.
Yeah.
The next day, Ollie issued an apology for the drug use, claiming it was his first time trying it.
Okay.
And I have in my notes, LOL, sure, buddy.
Yeah.
At first, he seemed actually sorry for his behavior, not wanting to encourage others to use cocaine, and he swore this would be his last time. Oh, it wasn't. No. As time went on, he started blaming Anna on social media for his drug abuse. He accused her of partying too much, which drove him to abuse coke. Yeah, of course it's all her fault. He kept saying how much he loved her, and then would turn around and demean her on Instagram Live. It was messy and gross, but typical.
That's disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Abusers will not hesitate to try and publicly humiliate you. Anything from sharing nudes with friends, that happened to me, to posting on your Facebook wall and spilling all your dirty laundry. Ollie is a textbook abuser, doing all the things little by little to gain more control of Anna. The addiction issues only make him more aggressive and more violent. Only 3 weeks before the incident, Ollie got back on Instagram Live and seemed very, very unstable. He called Anna a bitch and again demeaned her and her friends. He used racial slurs, not towards Anna, but still, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Just shows his deteriorating state of mind. He addressed Anna in the live saying he brought her to the U.S. and she wasn't even a citizen. That he brought her to San Diego just so she'd abandon him for her friends. He called her friends names and accused them of cheating on their husbands. It was a really unhinged video, and you can find bits and pieces of it on the internet, but not the original. And I haven't even seen the full original, but just these pieces are just so awful and chilling. In the comments of the video, someone told him to walk it off.
Yeah, buddy.
And he said, no, I'm going to jail.
Oh.
Yeah. This is, to me, already he is planning.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
He
knows what he's about to do.
And in the background of this live, you can see like his suitcase and stuff. So he is clearly
on live.
Yeah, he's being kicked out. Yeah. He'd started drinking and driving on lives too. His behavior was spiraling out of control. Neighbors heard terrible fights. They lived in a 35-story luxury condo high-rise, and neighbors often heard the screaming and shouting from next door. In September of 2021, Anna ran to a next-door neighbor's house to say that Ollie had hit her and taken her phone. She used the neighbor's phone to call police. She told police that he'd done all this in front of their daughter, and either she didn't press charges or the police didn't. At any rate, Ollie was not arrested for domestic violence when he definitely should have been. And a lot of people want to blame Anna here. We don't play that.
Oh, no.
And let me speak from experience. Jeez. You can tell the police that your ex beat the shit out of you and broke all the shit in your house, and a lot of nothing happens.
Yeah.
And the risk of pissing them off more if they're not going to be behind bars is terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Because now they're mad at you.
Yeah. That's basically a suicide attempt at that point. You know
That's what I mean? Exactly how I thought of it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's just very scary.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly before the incident, Louis, Ollie's cousin and friend, said that they were at a bar and Ollie took out a huge bag of cocaine. Not a small bag.
At the bar?
At the fucking bar. And Jesus. When Louis asked him to put that shit away and to not have it out in public because they could get in trouble, Ollie said that I'm Jinnkid and I can do whatever the fuck I want. It was really indicative of his split with reality.
Calling himself by his handle instead of his actual name.
So cringy, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross.
It's very insecure.
Right. It's just gross. Fearing he was cheating and appalled at his drug use and controlling behavior and violence, Anna starts to pull away from the marriage. The more she tries to pull away, the more erratic his behavior becomes, until finally, on October 18th, 2021, Anna asked him to leave. And that's when he's on that live, and his shit's all packed up in the background. 3 days later, Ollie broke into the condo that he'd shared with his wife and daughter. Unbeknownst to Anna, Ollie had a secret key to the place. Before he'd given her his key, he had a copy made. See, it's insidious. He was planning shit from the beginning. While in the condo, while it was empty, Ollie installed software on his daughter's iPad that would allow him to spy on his wife, meaning he could take control of the iPad with his phone, and he could listen to any conversations that were going on in the room.
Like through the camera? The microphone?
Yep. During what was likely a visit with his daughter, Ollie assaulted Anna and showed his daughter a loaded gun. This time, Anna did press charges and told police she was going to file for a restraining order. She filed for divorce shortly after the incident. Ollie started engaging in typical abuser behavior. When you make an abuser leave your home, they call incessantly, oscillating between begging to come back and threats. And he did all of this to Anna, terrorizing her. Friends and family begged him to leave her alone and get some help. They encouraged him to seek treatment for drugs and alcohol, but to him, none of this was his fault. He saw himself as someone important, famous, and wealthy. He couldn't understand why she would want to be away from him. Ollie was obsessed with Anna and couldn't let go and blamed her entirely for the dissolution of their marriage. It was her partying, according to him. He blamed her friends. He blamed literally everyone but himself, and continues to do that to this day, for the record.
Disgusting.
Friends encouraged him to move on, but Ollie maintained that while he could have any woman he wanted, he only wanted Anna. And no, you couldn't, but anyway. After breaking into Anna's condo, he called her to brag about it. This is when he installed the spyware.
Hey, I broke into your condo.
Yeah, he trashed the place.
Ew.
He told her this is what she deserved for doing this to him. Anna was so freaked out and scared, she called a male friend for advice. The friend was Rayburn Barron, and he was a 28-year-old man who lived in San Diego. And he came over to Anna's condo to stay with her, help her clean up and help her document everything, because she was just terrified.
Yeah.
Now, their relationship status is not known.
And does it fucking matter?
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, but everybody wants to be like, oh, girl and boy in same room. They must be fucking.
Yeah. I think he was just a friend. He was a type of guy that would just show up for his friends no matter what.
We have one of those.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. And we cherish him.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing romantic going on, obviously.
No.
There's just some people are just helpers, you know? So it's October 21st and Rayburn comes over and they're documenting the damage done to the condo. At this point, Ollie is already back at the hotel he's staying at. He opens the spyware app and he can hear Anna talking and laughing with a man. To him, this is unacceptable, and he has a complete mental break and is consumed with rage.
Wow.
On the way to Anna's condo, Ollie just kept saying over and over to himself, Anna, don't have sex. This is what he says later when he's in interrogation. It's fucking gross. That's all he cared about.
All he cared about.
To him, she was still his wife, his property. The idea that she could be with someone else was so abhorrent and unbelievable to him. He arrived and let himself in with a secret key he had. He sees Rayburn and Anna on the couch and shoots Rayburn in the back of the head 3 times. He then shoots Anna once in the forehead. CCTV captured him and him alone going into that apartment, no matter what assertions to the contrary he makes later.
Really? He's going to try to...
Oh, he's trying. After murdering his wife and her friend, Ollie leaves the condo to go pick his daughter up from school. As he's driving to pick his daughter up from school, he calls 911 saying that he found his wife and Rayburn already shot and went to get his daughter to bring her to a friend's to keep her safe. However, when police finally do catch him and talk to him, he still has Amara in the car. Before police got to him, he drove around with his daughter in the car and called his mother, saying he'd shot and killed his estranged wife. When his daughter asked where her mother was, he told her, I hurt mommy. This gives me the fucking chills.
Fuck you, dude.
I believe if police hadn't caught him, and he was trying to leave San Diego, let's be clear.
Yeah.
I think he would have killed his daughter.
You really do?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I thought he was going to take her and
Oh,
run.
I can see total family annihilator vibes all over this fucking guy.
I mean, yeah, same, but I just can't comprehend it. Ugh,
no.
It's just so sad.
Police traced his cell phone and arrested him as he tried to leave San Diego. In interrogation, at first he repeated the lie that he'd found them shot, but later he confessed to being the one who shot them. His motive was that he believed Anna was cheating on him, though it's fair to point out he was actually the one cheating on her. Mm-hmm. She had never cheated on him. He later gives an interview, despite his lawyer's advice not to fucking do that.
Right.
So I just want to read a quote from this interview. To see her kissing Ray on my couch, with his feet on my table with my wife, he said, yelling, my money, my apartment, my life, in the house that my daughter sleeps in, on the furniture that I put together. What do you expect a man to feel? Happy? Well, I guess that's the end of my marriage. No, that's my family.
If that was your family, you would have protected your family.
Yeah. People can be your family and you can't live together for various reasons.
There's tons of family members. Well, I mean, I kind of make my own family, but still, I have tons of family members that I don't have sex with. Yeah. So you can just have a family and not have sex with them.
Yes.
Sir.
And before my ex acted the fool, I considered him family because he's the father of the children.
Even through the abuse, I tried to keep my son's father family until he proved himself otherwise.
That's exactly what I did until he tried to strangle a woman to death.
Same. Yeah.
I just can't cope with that. You can't be around my kids, you know? Yeah. There's no evidence at all that Anna was having a romantic relationship with Rayburn. But even if she was, it was none of Ollie's business. And she did not deserve what happened to her. And Rayburn didn't either. He was just there to help out a friend.
Right.
And y'all, I would love to give more information on the victims, but this has not yet gone to trial.
Right, because this just happened. You said 2021?
2021, yes.
It seems like
late
it
2021.
Very long ago.
Yeah. And he has since been indicted and will stand trial for first-degree murder. His trial hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to keep you guys up to date on the outcome for this one. There's a mountain of evidence, so I just don't doubt he'll be convicted.
I feel like that's going to be the case for most of our episodes this month.
Yeah. He was denied bail and has been issued a no-contact order for members of Anna's family, his own family, and his daughter, Amara, whom he gave no fucks about. Let's go ahead and be clear.
I hope she's okay.
I hope she's in therapy.
Yeah.
She saw so much violence against her mother. I just... It's such a depressing case.
Her mother's family isn't in the U.S. right now, are they? Or
I'm not sure. Yeah. Like, a lot of this is sealed.
Right.
Like, and it will be until the case.
And you really don't want anybody to really know where this kid is living right now because of her safety. I just hope that she's with family that loves her and takes care of her.
She is.
Comforts her through this time because
I think she's with Anna's family.
I hope so,
but I don't know that for sure
because it seems like just from the information you gave that Anna's family is a good family. But
his family is too. Let's be clear. He had nothing to do with them after he started getting famous on TikTok.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
He accused them of not being supportive of him ever in his entire life, and his family refutes this. I think that he had a real bad problem with drugs and alcohol, and he was a rageaholic,
right?
And an abuser.
As somebody who's been in abusive circumstances where the abuser is coked out.
It's so scary.
You know, because when you mix alcohol with coke, with rage and ego, it's like
it's just an explosion of violence.
It really is, and it's scary.
It really is scary.
Yeah.
And again, like, there's going to be, while I find this month a lot less triggering, please keep in mind all of these episodes are likely going to involve domestic violence of some kind or another.
Right.
I'll put a trigger warning on the episode, you know.
I forgot to mention on my episode.
Yeah. But I try and remember, I'm not always great about it, so I apologize for that, because domestic violence is definitely a trigger for me. I have CPTSD from it. Not fun. But, you know, I hope he gets... justice. I hope that he gets what's coming to him.
Right. And it seems like he is definitely a person of behavior. So hopefully he continues acting the way he does. So that way the sentence is...
Yeah, act that way in jail, see what happened.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Because a lot of times perpetrators, you know, like I'm assuming the perpetrator in the last case, Courtney Clenny, I'm assuming she's going to act like a super little angel baby the entire time so she gets a lighter sentence, which obviously I don't want to happen.
I don't think it's happening.
But with him, I don't think that he's even capable of acting like a sweet angel baby. You know what I mean? Because my ex was let out on good behavior and the world is a scarier place because of it.
Absolutely. So. And he had no bail. He's a flight risk. Obviously, he was trying to flee that day.
Right.
But yeah, he did plead not guilty.
Yeah.
But he was indicted, and the trial, I do not even have a date for it. Yeah. I'm going to assume sometime this summer or fall. But I'll try and keep you guys updated. If my dumbass forgets, feel free to shoot me a message.
I'll probably see it too.
Yeah. Because I check the news every day.
And Instagram, I follow a lot of like crime news stuff.
Yes, I do too.
But yeah, that video where they were on TikTok acting like Skyrim characters, like the two together. Funny. That's the one that I saw first, and I actually sent it to my husband. It was like, oh, this is so cute. I remember that. And then like soon after I sent that, this hit the news.
Yeah,
so.
I had sent Maris one of those videos because we both play Skyrim together, and and then that came out. Maris was the one who sent me the article, and he's like, "Man, that sucks."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Dang." So I will link to some of the videos, and of course there'll be tons of pictures on our Patreon.
Right.
Those posts are open to the public because we didn't fucking take the pictures. Not gonna make money off of that.
So check out our Patreon. It's in the link tree.
Yeah. And we have 3 different tiers that include bonus episodes, post case discussions, and we're gonna do one today. And we call it And That's the Tea. That's our $1 tier. Our $5 tier includes And That's the Tea and a weekly bonus episode. Our $10 tier is for patrons who would like a little letter from us every month and a little gift. And man, we got some cute presents, okay?
Only unfortunately, we can only send to the United States at this time.
Yeah, because international shipping is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard right now, but the more patrons we get, the more
Eventually we
capabilities.
can. Yeah,
Eventually. Yeah.
But like I sent one to Canada and it cost $35.
Yeah, and that's a lot to us.
That's a lot.
That's very
so
much.
if I see somebody international, I
sucks
bump
'cause,
them
like,
down. It's not fair.
Yeah, because we had some listeners from Australia, and
it's even more expensive.
it would
to
be
ship
really
to Australia.
great to ship to Australia, but I think it's like $75, and it's like, oh dang,
It's $45.
it might as well be.
I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, well, that's
You know?
not accessible to me. Yeah, because at this point, the podcast merely pays for itself. Like I'm still paying off equipment that I financed and stuff.
Right.
More business time. Hey, y'all, I make soap, and I'm sure you're dirty at some point. So I would like you to rub the thing I made all over your wet, naked body.
Oh wow.
Yeah, being inappropriate.
Or use a washcloth like
You don't use a
you
washcloth
rub it
when
on
you
the soap. You don't put the soap on the body.
No.
No.
Who do that? But when you wash your hand,
Yeah.
you ain't using a washcloth to wash your hands. And if you are, you're weird and you have to get out of my house.
It's so cute whenever you use your soap because it's like you put it on the dish and then you get your hands wet and then you rub it and it gets all like bubbly.
Well, yeah.
And it's cute.
Soap's supposed to bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, all vegan recipe, formulated to be gentle on the skin, highly fragrant.
Babies
so
can use it.
I've made it for babies. And it smells super good. But like all soap, it's a wash-off product. It's not going to linger. That's why I make perfume oils, Willow.
Girl, they smell so good.
Yeah, they are good.
They smell so good.
Super good. I make candles too. And those smell great.
They really do.
So you're a listener, and I'm going to give you a little special treat. Put Cruel in the coupon code on my website.
CRUEL.
That's right. And you get 10% off. If you're a patron, you get 15% off, but you can't have that code unless you're on our Patreon.
Gotta be a patron.
Gotta be a patron. Yeah, we're also introducing video on And That's the Tea in our Patreon. We'll be recording one tomorrow. That's very exciting. Well, me and Willow will catch up eventually.
I will eventually. I just gotta get over the stage fright.
Just punch her
I know,
in the
it's
face.
stupid. I'm just really
It's
nervous.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, I'm getting ready to do some like cute little documentary style stuff because we got a GoPro and that's fun.
We should go to the Crescent.
We're going to go there and we're going to do a little walk around tour so you can guys see where we live, and it'll be all on our Patreon. So you definitely want to join that. My last little bit of business is this. Hey, you out there, do you like reading? Sure you do. Do you like reading, hugging, and kissing and romance stuff? Yeah. Do you like it with like fantasy elements? Why wouldn't you?
Like vampires and like
I got vampires.
and like demon shit.
Yeah, I got demons.
You got demons fucking.
I sure do.
Yeah.
We even have a book about the devil.
Devil fucking.
It does fuck indeed.
Yep.
Is it a book about the devil if he's not fucking?
Is he handsome?
Oh, he's handsome.
Is he devilishly handsome?
No. It's a very complicated book. It's a comedy romance
Maris wrote it mostly.
about the devil. And it is the cutest, sweetest, funniest, most fucked up thing I've ever read. And the end made me cry. It's for free. So you'll click upon all the links and you can read our books. Some you just get sample chapters, some you have to buy, and some are free. So just peruse the library. We have written together something like over 10 million words. So go read.
It's a never-ending love story.
Tis.
Oh, that's
It's very
sweet.
cute. But that's all I got today, friends. That's it. I'm out. I don't have nothing else. I don't have no more business.
I just really appreciate y'all.
Hey,
we have some really
for
great
real.
listeners. We have some really just amazing people in our lives because of this podcast. And
Oh, here's one more thing. Discord.
that's where I was
Get your
actually
butt in
yeah.
there. And you may be sitting there.
We have like a community in there. It's great.
Yeah, and you may be sitting there thinking to yourself, you know what? I don't know how to use a Discord.
What the fuck is a Discord?
I'm so confused and old, like me.
It's like a chat room. If you're old, it's like a chat room only.
Yes.
2023.
Yes. And if you don't know how to use it, that's okay. We don't either.
Literally every single person, including me, when we enter the Discord, we literally download the app, we follow the thing, we do the thing, we get in there and we're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Help me.
Every single one of us is, hi, I don't know what to do here. And we're like, no, welcome. It's like a therapy group. We don't know either.
You just
It's
go,
self-led.
hamburger, help me.
Yeah.
And we will. We have vent channel. We have, memes. And then case discussion, case suggestions.
Yes.
It's a safe
Show me your
place.
plants. Show me your crafts. Show me your animals. We love all of the animals.
We got to check in what we having for dinner.
We do check in every night, every now and then to see what everybody's eating.
Yeah. And
nice.
It is lovely, and everyone there is so friendly and so nice. We have lots of moderators. We've got a lot of people in there now.
Yeah.
So come on, hang out.
Please.
Please do.
I want to meet you.
I want to know ya.
Want to know ya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough of that. Hey, I love you guys. And I'll see you next time.
Us on your social media platform of choice. Linktree/cruelty has all of the links. Check out our Patreon for exclusive episodes, merch, ad-free episodes, live ghost hunts, and much more. Please be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded weekly. Thank you so much. See you next time. Music and production by Libby.